think we are finally home. What a long ass trip. Well, thank goodness we are back from the road. I smoked a chicken out there. Had it down this side of the grill of the smoker rack. So this side's nice and smoky looking. And some stuffing, and just have a good home cooked meal for a change. Ooh, you look sexy, baby. And cross some legs. Well, folks, decided to drive out here to the new Board Arc Lake. See what the progress is. Looks like it's filling up pretty nice down in there. Not sure when it's actually scheduled to open. I think next year, maybe. Used to drive down this road. I think the video I did about a year ago, I was driving down this road. This was all still dry before it was dammed up. Alright folks, we're going to drive over the new bridge here and see what it looked like. This is the newest lake in Tejas. But yeah, they're flooding this whole bottom out here. If you look over here, you can kind of see the other side going back into the heavy thick woods back in here. They're just flooding out. You want to know what the chef eat when he come off an expensive ass trip? That's right, some cheap ass shit. So getting back in, I don't have a lot of stuff here. So I had potatoes and some sausage, and I don't have any peppers or onions. And I haven't made grocery yet, but just a little bit of bag of that chicken pollo bouillon. Sprinkle just a little bit of that on there, and then I'm gonna throw some green beans in here in a second, and a little olive oil, and we are good to go. It's a nice, simple, easy, one skillet meal, so I have to clean a lot up. Finish it off a little green bean action, and we're about ready to eat. Might throw a little black pepper on. I mean, damn, doesn't it look good? Well, it's oil changing time here on the old Pulsar ERCOT 12,000 watt out here, and it's been difficult because it's hot out here, and I'm, knocked over a little bit of the oil and shit. But I was thinking just being an Olympian here and just telling Mrs. Chef she can fuck off with having AC tonight, because I'm gonna be like an Olympian, just walk out midstream in the middle of my tournament here, like a true Olympian does. Walk out on my team. Because I'm having mental illness here with this. It's just pissing me off. Yeah, my smaller Predator here is really giving me fits. Keeps throwing the breakers. I think it's just too damn hot for one this size to be running too long. But I did the oil change on it. I did the air filter change, everything. So it's been it's all been went through and gone over. But it will run for about 10 minutes, and then it just starts kicking breakers and starts struggling to run. I don't know exactly what's going on with it. So the yellow rose we have used and abused. It's been responsible for cleaning up this entire property, which is incredible. I can't say enough about the Kohler engines, and we have the 7000 series that you can slightly make out on this Cub Cadet. Anyway, putting a new air filter, so I got this stuck in there so nothing gets down the motor while we're cleaning all this stuff out. Just changed the oil. I'm about to do the spark plugs here. This is a twin engine, so you got dual spark plugs, one on each side, overhead valves, all that good stuff. So, yeah, it looks like hell, but it's been unbelievably impressive how well this machine has worked. And we have definitely got our money's worth tenfold out of this thing. Now, a lot of people mess up the wires when they're going to take this stuff out of here, and just use a screwdriver and kind of gently pry with it, also using your finger, and it just pops right off without damaging the wire. So I pulled that off the red generator, and it's pretty fouled out. Been running rough. Yeah, that's why, a lot of carbon buildup. It's been really pushed hard. Hot weather. Unfortunately, I couldn't change the plugs over here because a standard spark plug puller won't pull it. I believe it's going to take a 17 millimeter. I got an 18, a 19, and a 15. I don't have a 16 or 17, and so I can't change that now. So I'll do that one later on. But everything else has been put back together and cleaned up, so it should run pretty well. And this hasn't been ran as hard as a generator for sure. So that's what the generator looked like. And I don't have this particular plug, so I'm gonna have to go buy one. So, it's getting late. I'm not going to get a spark plug today. So what I'm going to do is, if you're in a bind, like this guy's carbon buildup and all, you can use a little gum out carburetor cleaner, or choke cleaner, and it'll at least get you through a day or two until you can get the plug you need most of the time. So we're going to spray that out and clean it up a little bit. So it might be hard to see, but I actually did clean a little bit of that out of there. Some black was coming off when I sprayed it, so it ain't the perfect thing. You need a new plug, but it'll get you through a day or two. All right, folks. I am pretty damn tired. Did a full day of, or damn near a full day on upkeep on all the rigs. You know, complete tune-ups, oil changes, all that stuff. And it's hot, and I'm pretty beat, but it all needed to be done. I wanted to do it before we went out of town, but I just didn't have time, so got it all done. Still having some problems with the little red generator. I think it might just be a cheaper piece of shit. And hey, what I've got out of it for being a $300 machine, I can't fucking complain, you know. All right, folks. Thank God I'm not an Olympian. I didn't quit on dinner tonight. Anyway, we got some basmati rice here, and we got some beautiful tikka masala, Indian chicken dish here. Wish you could smell this. It smells so good. All right, today's task I'm working on is getting this stuff right here cleaned out. Gotta get this tree out of the line here because it's gonna be in line with the power pole. There can't be anything in line with the power pole within 20 feet, and that's gonna be within the power pole line. So that's gotta come out. Check out some more of this blackberry bush here, and look at all kinds of tools here. My weed eater, chainsaw, cutters, a bunch of trash. I need to fill in the trash bin, but that's gotta come out. And always when you're out doing some shit like this, I saw a water moccasin yesterday down by the pond. So one thing the copperheads love to lay up underneath these blackberry bushes for shade. So always have you, this is my 410 pistol, the Judge. Just easy to carry than an actual shotgun with me in case I get into a snake den or something. Let's get. So we took the weed whacker there and cleared off some ground level, and then I cleared off with some hedge trimmers here, some of the overgrown branches, so I can access the base of this tree and cut this tree out of here. And just like that, we've got the tree out of the way. We'll haul it off here in a second. And main thing is for the power lines, see there's a stake right there. It's got to be 20 foot either side of that. It can't be any kind of tree. Now like ground cover like this, because this only get about 10, 12 feet tall, it will never get up to the tops of the power line anyway, so it's okay. And it's so hot today, we're gonna have a very simple meal here. I made a little tomato, mozzarella, cucumber, olive salad here. Put a little rice wine vinegar, some dill, some balsamic. Not balsamic, he used olive oil. We decided to use the rice wine vinegar instead. A little bit of lemon pepper and a little bit of Italian seasoning, salt and pepper, and just a little sprinkle of granulated garlic. Nice tasty little salad on a hot day. So this afternoon what I'm doing here is cleaning up around the pond banks and kind of recapturing access to this. You see how thick all this overgrowth is? All these crazy, I don't know what kind of tree that is, some kind of shitty tree, but all this area over here looked just like that, and I've cleaned all that out now. Weeded some of it and cut a lot of those little trees out here, so you got access to the pond again. This is a great fishing pond, so yeah. I've been hauling load after load off into the burn pile here of this kind of stuff. It's too dry to burn right now, but when it's time to burn again, we'll burn it up. And last night, right about this, I saw a water moccasin laying on the bank, and I was out here fishing. It's right at dark, so I couldn't really see too much. And I saw him slither off into the water, but it was a moccasin, cottonmouth. And they are venomous, and I do, I let the kids and everybody come up here and fish, and I don't want one of them kids getting struck by a venomous snake, so I try to weed those out of here. I didn't have a shotgun with me at the time, so he's somewhere around here still, or she is, but as long as he ain't being seen, I guess they can live on. But yeah, just like to weed them out of here. I like having good snakes, rat snakes, and had a blue racer the other day. It was pretty damn fast and entertaining actually to watch, but no venomous snakes. I take them out of here. Well, boy, howdy, look what the chef drug in. That's a pretty nice sized fish right there. See, that's a pretty good sized fish. Nice. So there you a good reference point. There's my foot. That's a number 11 size shoe, boot. That's a pretty good sized fish. So I'm gonna throw him back in because I don't feel like cleaning him right now. And I'm glad to see some big fish in this pond still. I hadn't fished in here. Threw a couple times last night, but yeah, good to see. And there he goes. He took off back in the pond there. That over there is my old, had like a little boathouse, a little trolling motor boat out here and all. Aluminum boat. And when the tornado hit last year, you can see all the trees over here still down. I hadn't even got to yet, but the tornado set down right in that area right there, and that pond house was on that point right there. And I've never found the boat yet. I have no idea. I've looked at all the trees in the property. I don't know where it carried off to. It had it carried off. My property goes back at least a half mile back in there, and I haven't found it, so it has to be in somebody else's property, so at least went a half mile or longer. And it picked up that pond house, which had stilts and everything on it, and sit right there in the edge of the water, and dropped it off right there. And you can see all the trees, just took them straight out of the ground. But that's where it set down right there. Crazy shit. Well, that's going to do it for today's film. I hope you enjoyed today's film around the farm. I'm not sure what we're going to do. Maybe we'll do this in season 8, some farm stuff, and maybe some stuff from events or something. If we decide to do season 8, just thought I'd share it with you. We'll be back home and you know, went ahead and fired this Judge. How many times? 3 times, yeah. And shooting about 50 feet away, and it was right on target. You know, it had a spread of maybe, you know, that big for 50 feet. That's pretty tight. So these Defender rounds, they have 4 discs in them, that size disc, and then I think there's 8 pellets behind that. So shoot somebody at that, there's like an intruder or something, you're in good shape. So we'll definitely stop them from killing you or raping you or whatever they're trying to get into. I don't fire this much just because the price of ammunition is so damn impossible to find. The price is sky high if you can even find it, and that's the problem, is it's hard to find. But I do like to take a few shots every now and then just to stay fresh in case you have an intruder or something. You have the this ammunition, especially on the Judge, because it's Defender round. It has to be cupped here at the end. You can't use a normal 410 shell. Very hard to find. Luckily, I have a decent supply, not a ton, but you know, enough to take a few shots here and there and not worry too much about it. But definitely don't go target practicing nearly like I used to, just because the ammunition is so hard to get right now. Try to hold on to your backstock. Anyway, thanks for joining me. We'll see you next time.